Hey everyone, thank you for checking out A1 Math. And today, this is our part 2 lesson on working with area. What we want to do today is start with the answer, which the information given is the area, and we want to use the proper formula to find the missing piece that we're looking for. So in this first example, it says to find the radius of each circle, and it tells you the area of the circle, and it tells you that it is a circle, and they want us to find the missing component, which in this case is the radius. So what you want to start with is the formula, and I'm going to write over here on the side, pi r squared, okay? And we're looking for the radius. And just like last time we used 3.14 for pi, we're going to use that again, okay? So this is area is equal to that. Now, we know what the area is, so I'm going to write that in, 201 yards squared. And it's equal to 3.14 for pi times r, which is squared. Okay, and what we want to do is just work our inverse operations of algebra that we've learned and solve for r. So the first thing I want to do is get this r squared by itself by dividing by 3.14 on both sides. Okay, and my 3.14 will cancel out here, and when I divide into this 201, I get 64.0000 with a decimal. But it's pretty much just 64 here, and what we want to do is take the square root of that because it's equal to r squared. And the inverse operation to this r squared would be the square root. And when we do that, well, the square root of 64 is 8, so r is equal to 8. So if we had a circle, the radius of 8 would equal 201 yards area. 201 yards squared would be the area if the radius is 8. Okay, so that's the first example. Now let's take a look at example number 2. All right, on this one we have a parallelogram, and to keep from getting confused between a parallelogram and a trapezoid, remember that these have two pair of parallel sides. And we want to start with the formula. So the area is equal to base times height, and it's the little b base times height. All right, now we know what the area is, which is 96. And we plug that in, and we also know what the base is, which is 12, so I'll write that as well. And the base is times the height, which is what we're looking for, so I'm going to put x here for what we're looking for, I know. All right, now the next thing I want to do is inverse operation. Since this is multiplied, we want to divide by 12. All right, 12s will cancel out here, and 96 divided by 12 is 8. So x, or our height, is equal to 8. Okay, let's take a look at another example. On this one, we've got a triangle. And again, you want to start with the formula. And since it's a triangle, what we want to do is use our formula for a triangle, which is A is equal to base times height divided by 2. All right, so A is equal to base times height divided by 2. Now, we're going to plug in the things that we do have. We have the area, which is 13.6. And it's equal to the base times the height divided by 2. We're looking for the height in this one, but we have the base, 5.8. And for height, I'll put x again. And the whole thing is divided by 2. Okay, so again, we want to do inverse operation here. So since we have this divided by 2, we want to do is the opposite of that, which is multiply by 2 on both sides. And here the 2's will, eliminate, turn to 1 here. And that will give me 5.8. 5.8x here. And on this side, I have 13.6 times 2, and that's going to be 27.2. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is go ahead and divide this by 5.8 on both sides. And that should get me my x, which is equal to 4.7. Okay, all right, and that's a triangle. Again, we start with the formula, and then we go from there. Now let's take a look at our last example, which is the trapezoid. And with the trapezoid, again, we want to start with the formula. Now, the formula for the trapezoid was area is equal to B1 plus B2 times the height divided by 2. Okay, and we want to plug in all the pieces that we do have and search for the piece that we don't. In this case, one of our base is missing, but we do have the other base and the height and the area. So we're going to plug those values in. You got 78.6 is equal to, let's just call this base 1. So since this is base 1, I'm going to put my x here, plus 10.9. And that's multiplied times my height, which is 9.7. And divided by 2. So the first thing we're going to do is inverse operation, where we multiply by 2 on both sides. And over here, the 2's will cancel out. Bring it down, x plus 10.9 times 9.7. And on this side, I have 157.2. Now, this expression is multiplied by 9.7. So what I want to do here is go ahead and divide by 9.7. So those will cancel out here. So I got to do the same thing on this side. And that'll give me 16.2. Okay, now my last inverse operation, since I'm adding here, I'm going to subtract. And once I round to the nearest tenth, that's going to get me 5.3 is equal to my x. And it's always good to check your answers to see if they kind of physically match. You see how this is smaller than this side over here, is smaller than the height. So it's a good chance that's going to fit in there, 5.3. If you have something like 11 or 22, you know that's not the correct answer. Okay, and This has been area part 2, where we work with the area to find other missing pieces with our formulas. And thank you for checking out A1 Math, and have a nice day.